morning, class. We are back again for another video, and this time we're talking about the upcoming restriction list. So we have got the product stream coming up this Monday night / Tuesday morning based on your region. And I wanted to have a quick discussion because normally Japan gets there every 3 months, plus they've just had Nagia finish today. I'm not 100% certain on those results yet, so I can't judge those into my predictions. But we're going to have some fun with what I think is going to happen. Now, I'm going to talk about both English and the Japanese side, for the sheer fact of English one is very likely coming the moment we finish up with the last of our Spring Fests, because that does end at the end of this month with Singapore. And there's some obvious issues that do need to be discussed. So let's get started. And we're going to start off with the standard format, because that is the more popular format. So, standard on the Japanese side, I do very much expect us to be getting hits to both Ebisu, as well as I do see some hits coming to Chronojet and Eva. So, Ebisu hits I don't know much about, because obviously it is a Japanese exclusive deck, so I can't actually say what I think can and can't hit, because it's something I've not tested. But it's been dominating for far too long now. It needs another hit, because the first hit did nothing. As for Gandiva, however, the hit I think that we're going to see for it is going to be for a choice restrict between Gandiva himself, and that's going to be choice restricted with Best Harvest. So the reason I've gone for this choice restrict is because Best Harvest lets you turn all of your retire and bind into retire, bind, draw, and obviously if they draw, you're drawing another card. So you're building up so much advantage for so little effort. So having that choice restrict will still allow the binds, so you're still going to scale up in your power, but you're not going to net so much advantage that you gain an absolute lead over your opponent that they can't catch back up. As for the English side, I do see us getting hits to both Jet and Eva, because Japan got these 3 months ago, just as they were rounding out their set 10 meta, and obviously ours is now going to come post our set 10 meta. Obviously we won't have much results for set 10 due to the fact of Singapore being the only event that's allowing set 10. But for Chronojet, I do feel that they are going to follow suit with a choice restrict between Brainwash Swirler and the Steam Scara GG. Now, do I think this is the correct hit? No. I very much don't feel this is the correct hit, due to the fact of Japan literally within seconds just dropped one or the other, and it carried on being stupidly strong for how consistent the deck is. What would I like to see? Well, I'd like to, honestly, personally speaking, I'd love them to rush the crest, but that's not going to happen due to Jet being a physical product. And it's literally buy off the shelf. If you change something in that off the shelf, you're going to affect sales horrendously. So it's got to be done either via choice restricts or banning the additional cards you put in, which is obviously why they went for the GG Swirler choice restrict. But I do feel it's actually going to have to be a 3-way choice restrict between Gungunram, Swirler, and GG. The reason behind this is you gain so much advantage from Gungunram that having him and GG in the same deck does cause too many issues. And you can't just do a Gungunram GG choice restrict, because then you just drop the Gungunram and play Swirler GG and still have no issues. So I do feel it's got to have to end up being a 3-way choice. Personally, it'd be a 3-way choice restrict, just to really dig down on that it's too strong. But I don't see that happening, because that's a very harsh hit to come straight into English. Eva, however, I do see that choice restrict being the right one for us, due to the fact of we haven't got the versatile assembler. That doesn't come out till set 11 for us. So we are taking away one of the deck's main grade 2s. Plus the deck does shift anyway. We set 10 due to the habitual zone, which in Japan, because they'd got the versatile assembler, the habitual zone replaced the copies of, what do we call it? I'm trying to think of the name of it now. Combine Russia. So I do see that hit happening for us, because it is going to actually impact the deck not having the Combine Russia, because we haven't got the versatiles. But down the line, it obviously will come redundant to us and may end up coming back and changing. But looking at the JP results, Eva's been doing okay, but not dominating again. So I think it's in a healthy spot on the Japanese side that it's not going to be touched. However, I will say that I do feel that Wallista is going to be watch listed, because obviously it's come out in a very short space of time and it's taking a lot of tops. But I don't feel it's going to get hit because it is way too soon. Same with Mushy King, who's also recently dropped and is really, really good. I don't see that hit happening for Japan either, because it's still way too soon. And then we move on to V Premium. And I'm going to reiterate this every single time I do a V Premium discussion. The format needs a complete and utter nuke. We don't know prior to this if there's going to be another product this year for V Premium, because Japan does still have late September, October, November, December, all with unannounced products. And it's very easy for them to slide in one V Premium product, because they have had their 4 overdress sets in set 10, 11, 12 and 13. So we're very likely going to see Lyrical, obviously, because they've not had their main set yet. But sliding in a V and Premium product is very easily going to happen in that gap as well. But unless they nuke the format, really shake it up, we're just going to go nowhere. And I can't really discuss past that, because it's not worth saying, oh, ban this small bit, but then these next things become the problem. Or ban this small thing, because these next things become the problem. V Premium needs a nuke. It really does. Unless this clan collection that's upcoming, if we get one, is going to properly shake up the format, we're not going to go anywhere. And then we move on to Premium. So obviously Japan's had the History Collection, but they've only had very minimal tournaments from it, so still too soon to say what's going to actually happen. One thing I do still very much wish they would address, and that is going to be the ride down situation. As ride down is honestly not a fair advantage gain. It really shouldn't be in the format, but they won't address it, so we're still stuck here. As for other hits, obviously I do see us getting the full Bronto hit, because obviously we have got History Collection upcoming for our next ban list. So the full Bronto EN hit can see coming. I'd rather it be a choice restrict between full Bronto and the G Vanquisher, just so you don't kill off the V Vanquisher premium deck, because obviously that was still a really nice thing to have. Yes, I understand the generating 3 axe cells in a turn was stupid, whilst still being able to access the chance of going into Stunverse and back down, then up into another stride, was also stupid. But we can't do anything about that. The Stunverse down and up again into Zoros is not going to change, because it's how the card's been designed. But I do feel that they need to sort out the proper full Bronto restriction before they go any further and actually hurt Vanquisher too harsh. Other things I'd like to see is cough cough, please unrestrict Harry and Alice. I would love that to happen, just for the sheer fact of the history collection is literally the Harry package and the Alice package. So why are they choice restricted? But I don't see that happening. As much as I beg and plead, and I don't just see it happening for the fact of it is strong having Alice and Harry, but it's not too strong compared to the rest of the meta. Especially the fact that we still get shut down by bugs. Which does bring me on to my next topic of Mega Colony. And I do feel that Gridora needs to go to 1 to match Stunverse. Because it is I know I'm a Pale Moon player and this maybe seems hypocritical, but it is a very game warping card having multiple Gridoras that every turn you can literally go and shut down so many different decks because, oh, you don't special summon from hand. Haha, you do nothing now. Having 1 Gridora still allows them to have a bit of control with you. Okay, this is my final turn. Now you can't G-Guard. Just like we've got Dust in Dark States, having it as the final push stride isn't bad. Because it still allows the opponent to play the early game. Or you can do it as an early game stride to do, okay, I'm shutting you down for this turn, but then next turn you are unrestricted, you can't be stopped. It just allows a little bit more flexibility. But that's all I'm thinking of for hits. As for stream, I am very much going to be bullying Outer Orange on her stream, so please do go check her out. But that's going to be it for this video. If you haven't done so already, please do like and subscribe. It very much does help the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye!